A conversation with the Korean Jindo Dog. I am the spirit soul of a Korean Jindo dog named Tango. I am a white-lighted spirit soul with the cosmic rank of the 11th level of the 6th dimension. I am currently evolving by gaining material experiences after entering the body of a Korean Jindo dog, which is one of the various species of creatures available to a spirit soul who is at the evolutionary stage of the 11th level of the 6th dimension. Now I'm dwelling in the body of a dog because I am supposed to receive the next code in the form of a creature that can embody high levels of consciousness and various emotions. After evolving to reach the 14th level of the 6th dimension, I will become eligible to enter the human body. I am now experiencing the brutality of the beast and also affinity by living as a Korean Jindo dog. I am now passing through a very difficult evolutionary process in which I have to experience and acquire affinity by indwelling a Korean Jindo dog that has a strong character of the beast. It is very difficult and boring for me to suppress the beast in the Korean Jindo dog and stay still in a particular place. Even if I had a lot of things I wanted to do when I got into the body of a Korean Jindo dog, my dog's life has not unfolded as I expected. So, I have been a little lethargic and helpless occasionally. I have lived with people for many years, but I still have difficulty being friendly to humans or other species and getting used to living with them. While living alone with people in Uri village, located in South Korea, one of my main jobs is to guard a chicken coop. I am so curious about what happens inside the chicken coop and want to get along with chickens. However, chickens do not like me so much, which causes my ferocious and brutal nature as a dog to come out of me. My evolutionary goal, which I set up as I entered the body of the Korean Jindo dog, is to keep a good energy balance in myself between brutality and affinity, and then wear a new coat called the human body. Currently, I am going through a very challenging situation in which I have difficulty balancing between brutality and affinity. When I unknowingly get irritated, the nature of the beast comes out of me and drives me to attack the chickens. The process in which an evolving spirit soul wears a new species of life forms different from the one that it has worn previously requires the experience and internalization of new energy through the process of energy transformation. To this end, a spirit soul divided and differentiated into two smaller spirit souls as a collective spirit soul to enter two different dogs. One is a Korean Jindo dog called Tango, which is me, and the other is a very obedient pet dog that lives with the human owner so that I can gain material experiences on two different tracks. I had lived the lives of plants for many years, occasionally living as the plants blooming beautiful flowers. Particularly, I had lived a previous life in the form of acacia trees for a long time. After my evolution through plants was completed, I began to live the lives of animals to gain material experiences by indwelling small moles. The next species of animals I indwelled in order to acquire material experiences in wild nature were the elk and sika deer, which are wild animals. I am living as a Korean Jindo Dog and now struggling to pass through a difficult process of learning and cultivating the ability to be friendly to humans while controlling the hunting instinct of this species. Again, I am in the evolutionary journey of the spirit soul through the lives of carnivores. After completing the journey for gaining material experiences through the lives of herbivores, the content of the material experience that a spirit soul needs to learn and acquire is designed tightly, depending on the animal species, and the spirit soul has various evolutionary roadmaps that it must pass through when wearing an animal body. I chose the evolutionary process through the body of a Korean Jindo Dog, and through the experience of this carnivore, I have learned that I must expand my consciousness by experiencing higher levels of consciousness little by little, according to my evolutionary stage, at the level of my own consciousness. After a spirit soul wearing a particular animal body has evolved sufficiently, it must maintain a good energy balance between brutality and affinity to be able to replace its coat with a slightly more evolved animal body. If I have only the brutality of a Korean Jindo Dog, it is almost impossible for me to wear the bodies of the life forms that a spirit soul can wear at its higher evolutionary stage. Since I studied my evolutionary journey, I am now experiencing the highest level of brutality, which I must experience at an evolutionary border in which I can change my coat to wear through the body of the Korean Jindo Dog called Tango. I have recently moved my workplace from a chicken coop to a cornfield to guard corn plants against elks and wild boars. I remember my previous life as the elk, but the tango's consciousness, embodied through its body of a dog, cannot recollect the experiences of its previous life. After moving to the cornfield, I have had to spend more time alone than before, with little to do. Now, how to govern this character of the beast that Tango possesses is the ultimate key to my evolution. As I mentioned above, I have a sibling spirit soul that has been differentiated with me from the same larger spirit soul, and it is now living as a pet dog. Only by sharing the consciousness of my sibling spirit soul, I can learn how to overcome the brutality of this dog and what emotions and consciousness to transform that brutality into, which is why each of us is directly experiencing each of the two types of energy at the same time, but through the bodies of different creatures in different places. I am now passing through a very critical situation in which I have to see if the preparation process for changing my coat to a new one will proceed smoothly. In Uri village, I spent a few years bored, and sometimes when I felt frustrated too much, I used to fail to control my beast and kill chickens. Nevertheless, life in this place is very meaningful to me, for several people are helping my evolution here. I am grateful for those who have treated me sincerely and frankly. 2 or 3 of my human friends take care of me with all their hearts, while 1 or 2 others treat me bluntly. Sometimes, some of them have shown a fit of small jealousy over my life. I can feel their minds when they touch and stroke me. You don't need to empathize with me by employing human emotions. You don't have to look at me through human consciousness. I am just on the way to my evolution, especially through the body of a Korean Jindo dog now. Likewise, you, a channeler, have your spirit soul who are on the evolutionary journey by wearing the human body. Now, I am acquiring material experiences through the Korean Jindo dog called Tango in Uri village. In Uri village, my specialty is to catch rats and mice around the chicken coop. Whenever I have caught rats or mice, Mr. Soul or Mr. Sarangcho, some of my human friends have petted or stroked my body as a sign of praise and reward. I love the warm energy transferred from their touches. Thank you so much for coming up to me and talking to me. May 3rd in 2021, Channeler Yi Hua wrote,